Hello everybody and welcome to By His Grace Fishing. If this is your first time here, please subscribe below, hit that notification bell, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Today we're going to be fishing a creek I've never fished before. I've been told by the people that own the land here that it doesn't have any fish in it, so we're going to find out. If that's a mink or what that is over there below that dam. Or above that dam right there. But let's see if we can find some fish here. I am not seeing anything. We're not going for anything big today. We're just trying out a new spot to see if there's anything in it. This little spot right here looks to be pretty much landlocked though. Not seeing anything at all in that hole. A lot of these pockets appear to be landlocked. There's a lot of small bait fish. It's cast over into the shadows up against that log. I do see a bluegill there. There's a fish. Oh, what have we got here? Little creek chub. Whoop. Lord, thank you for that beautiful fish that doesn't want to flip over. Sometimes it's not about catching the big fish. Sometimes it's about just enjoying it and checking out new spots. There's a bite, there's a fish. Beautiful little bluegill. Thank you for that fish, Lord. Let's move on down and see if we can find something else here. When you get into a spot like this, it can be discouraging if you don't catch some fish right away. And it discourages some people. And sometimes you just don't know where the fish are at, and they may just be right around the bend at the next hole. There's a little sunfish right there. See if we can get him to bite. We got him. It's not a sunfish though. Oh, that was a little bass. Shame on me for underestimating this little hole. Today we're fishing with a bait that I have never used before. I was at a Bass Pro and they had them. They look like they've been sitting on the shelf forever. It's a Strike King, I believe. I believe it's called a Maxi Waxy. It's more like a waxworm type body, but it's got legs that give it kind of a spider look. I think we're going to go down past this choke point. If we don't see something, then we may call it quits for the day. Come back when we've got more time to walk this one, because it's going to be getting dark on us. There has to be some fish in here. Right there's a fish bed. It's a decent sized bed for this little area. So that tells me somewhere's between here and that. There's one. Got a little smallmouth. Thank you for that beautiful smallmouth, Lord. It's just enough to keep us going a little bit further. Try to keep throwing out ahead of us. There was a bite. There's fish. It's another nice little creek smallmouth. Thank you for that fish, Lord. I don't know if you can see that deer down there in the water. It's a beautiful sight. This little pool right here should have something in it. It'll probably be small, but there it is. Right there, my friends, I believe it's a small coosa bass. Thank you for that fish, Lord. I don't know what those rocks right there are for. But that is very neat that there's a rock foundation there. It has to have a purpose. Some creek chubs. But that right there, where these rocks are overlooking the water, or coming out into the water, there is a perfect place for a rock bass. I believe that is a little green sunfish. Thank you for that fish, Lord. He came out of nowhere. Let's try that again. There's one. It's another smallmouth. Thank you for that fish, Lord. Little smallmouth there has got bigger teeth than most of the smallmouth I've encountered in a creek. Seen some fish hitting the water down here, even as shallow as it is. There's a fish. Another creek chub. Thank you for that beautiful fish, Lord. I love catching those guys. I don't think that's the only fish over there in that pocket. It's not. There's another one. It's another green sunfish. Lord, thank you for that beautiful fish. This little hole here is plenty deep enough to hold a fish. It's plenty deep enough to hold a fish. We won't be tangled up there. And we've got one. Looks like another green sunfish. Thank you for that beautiful fish, Lord. This has been quite the multi-species day on this new little bait here. There's a rock, I believe there's a rock right here. See if we can bring it off the edge of it. You probably can't see this rock. Get a lot of raccoon prints. I like to see this water picking up. There's a fish. Looks like another creek chub. Thank you for that beautiful fish, Lord. Looks like there's some raccoons down here as big as me. Judging by their hands. There's a fish. Looks like another green sunfish. Thank you for that fish, Lord. There's another one. There's one. It's a little coosa bass. Thank you for that. Thank you for that fish, Lord. Oh yes, it looks like we've got some bigger water down here. The only problem is we're running out of time. So we're going to mark this spot as a spot to come back to. Because it's too beautiful not to. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to start running into some more fish right in here. Like that one right there. It's another species. We have the red-eye rock bass. Thank you for that beautiful fish, Lord. I don't think that's the only fish in this hole either. It wasn't. What do we got here? That is the smallest rock bass I've ever caught. Lord, thank you for that beautiful little bitty guy. Or girl. Even though this creek's not big, I'm definitely enjoying it. Scenery is beautiful. The water's nice and clear. As aggressive as it was, it felt like a green sunfish. Another big creek chub. Well, guy, I definitely don't want to hurt you. Thank you for that beautiful fish, Lord. Freed you out of that hole, little guy. Now this creek is just teasing me here. That's all it's doing, is teasing me. We get to this hole, and I say we're gonna leave after this hole, and I look down there and it looks like there's an even better hole. So that does tell me I'm gonna have to come back here with some new baits, or some different baits. This bait right here is working fine though. I really like this little bait. It's the first time I've ever used it. I'm going to find some more of them. See if I can order some. So most of the places I've looked have been sold out. There should be a fish up next to that tree up there. There he is. Another nice little creek smallmouth. These guys have got the biggest teeth I have ever seen of smallmouth. Thank you for that fish, Lord. It's a very beautiful fish. We are going to fish this last hole and get out of here before it gets dark on us. That is a promise this time. I didn't bring a headlamp or a flashlight, and this is the first time being down here, so I'm definitely not familiar with this area. I will be back. I think this has the potential to have some bigger holes in it. It's not going to do any good to look on an aerial map because everything has changed after this last flood, so none of those pictures are going to be accurate. But it is just a matter of time before we get a big hole. I figured this one would have been bigger than what it is, depth-wise. There's a fish. Another chub. Thank you for that fish, Lord. How you doing? Huh? No, well, just little ones.
Fishing down through here.
Huh?
Much fishing down through here.
No, the only thing I could find was a couple small fish in each one of the little holes. Some little smallmouth and some little, lot of creek chubs.
How'd you park up here at the cabin?
Huh?
That you parked?
Yeah, I stopped up there and talked to the man and woman up there, and they told me just as long as I didn't block the gate, that it was okay to walk back through here.
Yeah, they're a little gun shy after it's been broke into a time or two, you know.
The cabin up there has?
Yeah.
He didn't say nothing about that.
No.
I didn't mean to put nobody on alert or anything.
Oh, I just seen the vehicle up there.
Yeah, he told me I could.
I seen all the rods in. I figured just fishing.
He told me I could fish as long as it didn't block his gate. They seem like pretty nice people. It's good meeting you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, you have a good afternoon. I might just a little bit right there at the bridge where I came in.
Say, I'll give you a ride if you're done. If not,
I'm okay. I'll walk back up. Thank you. That's a beautiful little guy there. Growing him a fresh claw. Here you go, little buddy. Almost stepped on him. Well, everybody, that's about it. All in all, I think we've done pretty good for it being a new creek that's not supposed to have any fish in it. And trying a new bait. Today we tried the Mr. Crappie by Strike King. It's the Maxi Waxy, Tuxedo Black and Chartreuse. This is the only color they had at Bass Pro when I seen them. I like the bait. I'll be ordering some more, maybe in a couple different colors. I want to thank the people that let me come in here to fish. I had a good time. I hope you let me come back again. I'd like to spend a little more time down here and go a little further. I want to thank the neighbor that came down here and checked to see who was walking around. It's nice that neighbors are keeping track of who's coming and going and keeping people's property safe. I think the Lord would want us to all look out for one another, especially in the world we live in now. But I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it.